Hello, everyone. Today I will be talking about the new moon on the 19th of March in 2026, which coincides with the Sun in the rather volatile, unstable sign of Pisces, which is characteristic of the uncertainty associated with this period. Pisces falls under the rule of Neptune, which comes from a strong position in Pisces, but is now rather weak in the sign of Aries in the third house, which causes rather fickle consultations with others. Let's take a closer look at all of this. The moon is itself intercepted Lord 7 and is conjunct with the Sun Lord 8. The eighth house is connected, among other things, with the capital of others, but also with chronic ailments, death, and destruction, while the moon, as co-lord 7, refers to the others with whom an agreement must be concluded. The moon is the intercepted Lord 7 and is in the sign of Pisces in the third house, which indicates that there is no complete openness in the negotiations between being conducted with others. Since the Sun is Lord 8, negotiations will mainly have to focus on the financing and influence of foreign capital. The third house is related to education, which is in a precarious state, as Neptune, the ruler of the third house, is not strong in Aries and Saturn is conjunct with it. This indicates that though austerity measures will have to be implemented, the outcome of which is unknown. Since Mars, as dispositor of Neptune, is also in the sign of Pisces in the second house, this points to a severe round of austerity measures that is coming. The Sun Moon conjunction is sextile with Uranus, which is Lord 2, meaning again it is about capital, more specifically domestic capital, which must be severely cut back. The Sun Moon conjunction with a sextile with Uranus also forms a yacht with a midheaven in the horoscope. A yacht often indicates a difficult, often hopeless situation which with no immediate solution can be found. This mainly concerns financial issues, but also the recovery from the great suffering caused by the dire international situation. Venus, which also rules the 10th house, is also in the third house and falls in Aries, which makes negotiations very difficult. Venus is also square to Neptune, which rules the ascendant, but also the 12th house. Moreover, Jupiter is also intercepted in the 7th house, which means that many internal problems with which the country is struggling are kept hidden from the outside world. The 12th house contains also the black moon, which means that many of the serious domestic problems are being kept quiet. The black moon is square to retrograde Mercury, Lord of houses 9, 6, and 7, which refers to foreign interference, relationships with others, and employment. It is also square to the North lunar node and Mars, Lord of House 4, a reference to difficult domestic problems. With the North lunar node in the second house, you once again have a reference to domestic capital, which is in a precarious state. Mercury, the North lunar node, and Mars form a triangle with Jupiter in the seventh house, which means that others may offer limited support if this proves to be necessary. However, Pluto is on the cusp of the second house, sextile with Neptune and Saturn, which means that the financial situation continues to hang like a sword of Damocles over the activities of that month. Saturn, intercepted lord of the ascendant, leaves a conjunction with Neptune, lord of the third house, in the third house, causing negotiations to proceed in a very unclear, even confusing atmosphere. Chiron is located on the cups of the fourth house, which is free of planetary aspects, allowing Chiron to react on its own and creating an intensely toxic climate in domestic affairs. The month of March is therefore determined by negotiations that must be conducted and the heavy financial efforts that lay ahead in order to keep our heads above water, causing all kinds of tensions.